Hi everyone, so today I want to try out the new Diamond Press kit they brought to their site for their June 2026 releases. It's the Diamond Press Kitchen Stamp and Die Kit. I did a whole unboxing of this already, so if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description box. And today we're just going to play with this set, so we're going to get right to it. I will say that Diamond Press did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And I'll have links for Diamond Press there. I do not currently have an affiliate relationship with them, but they do have their own discount code that you guys can use for 25% off until I think June 24th or 25th. I'll have that information in the description box. That'd be USA25, USA25 for 25% off your purchase. So I'm just going to get right to it, guys, because I really want to try out something like maybe make a little recipe card looking thing with the recipe that was on there. If you guys remember, I read that out loud during the unboxing. I thought it was cute, and then we'll add some other things. So let me just hit the ground running, grab a card base. I'm going to grab some paper and cardstock to get started with, and I'll be right back. I really want to make like a recipe card. I also want to use this doily background, but then white and white and white with the recipe card. So let's do the doily. I have this blue shimmery paper here. That'll be cute. And then I'm going to cut down a piece of cardstock to do the recipe part of it. So probably a white piece of cardstock that I'm just going to cut down to, I don't know. I'll give you a measurement in a minute once I do it. Okay, so I'm just going to run this through and I'll be right back. So I kind of eyeballed what I think would be good for the recipe card if I was just, not this part. Well, actually, it works for this one too. Look at that. This is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I was just eyeballing this recipe, the one that's just like written out. And that way I can kind of layer those up, and then we'll add like some other cute things with it. There's just so much to do with this set, and this is just one small idea, one little idea. Put that there, maybe, and then the word recipe. And if I made it bigger, I mean, I could probably still put these little cuteness on there too. You have this scallop edges. I'm telling you, there's a lot to do. But maybe we do that, and then this one, and this looks handwritten, so maybe we do this part in like a red ink or something. And then maybe I'll just stamp it, just go for it as far as that part, and then maybe the stamp position or the other. But if it's supposed to look like an old recipe, if it's kind of rubbed away or worn away, that's okay too. Let's just take that. Or maybe this part is also handwritten, right? But I'm just putting it as like a little title there. Cute. And then we do have other little accents. Maybe I'll do, okay, let's do this. Just to do a little more. Maybe we add like this, even though it's probably for the bowl. We have different bowls here. That's kind of big. Maybe this one. And let's just make sure if I do that we still have room for the recipe, handwritten recipe there. And then we have this here. Okay, it'll be at the very bottom. I mean, it can be anywhere else, or it can be even next to this, right? That might be cute. Okay, fine. I was just gonna put it down here, but maybe we just put it on opposite sides of this recipe card. And like I said, I'm not worried about if it's perfect. Cute. All right, let me clean up a little bit, and I'll grab probably just black ink for that. And again, I do want it to look a little bit worn, so maybe I'm just going to stamp it with a water-based ink and just stamp it once. So whatever happens, happens. And put it in the top corner there. It's here, and put the little recipe there. And I'll be right back. Okay. So maybe not super dark. This is like a lighter black. We'll see how it looks. Yes. Cute. And didn't quite get the bottom part. I mean, if someone thinks, they want to actually make this recipe, and generally I see I didn't ink that corner. That's why I didn't stamp. That's why I didn't stamp. Let's see if I got ink on it now. Yes. It's basically a chocolate chip cookie recipe, so you guys can read it there. And it sounded about right to me. And you already know you're going to cream your butters and sugars and, you know, add in the other ingredients after that, and then mix in your chips and bake them usually at 350, 375, just depends, but it's usually 350 for baked goods, right? For like 10 to 12 minutes, right? Generally, that's kind of how a recipe goes for a cookie, but it could be a little bit longer. And, you know, I should try it. Let you guys know. Anyhow, okay, let me clean up a little bit, and then we'll think about what else we want to do. They might be cute to make it look tattered or a little bit old. And then I remembered we have this background stamp set that has cute things, but it has like the little rings. I'm gonna do it. So we'll just grab like this one, maybe. And I'm just gonna go for it so to, you know, so it looks a little, it doesn't have to be perfect. I want it to look a little messed up and maybe brown, so it was like coffee, right? And where's that? I just had it. Well, okay, I'll take this guy. And generally I would put something behind this. I'm just going to stamp on that. So I'm going to stamp off the side. And then again, just a little bit. I don't want it too dark. Maybe a little bit here. Right? And then maybe like a little, I'm going to stamp it off somewhere else first. I need a scrap of paper. I'm just going to stamp it on a scrap of paper so it's lighter. And then maybe another little, I don't know, it doesn't quite look like a ring, but it looks like something happened, right? There we go. That looks good. Okay, let me clean up again. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have our pieces. So let's start off by putting this in the back here. And of course I started, I switched this thing out to a fine tip, and it's just takes a little minute to get the glue going. And it's also almost empty, this bottle. I generally, when something's lacy, I don't put glue on the very edge, but you do whatever you like. This guy, which goes across this whole thing. And then, look at that. And I eyeballed, like I said, the sizing of this, because I thought I wanted it to fit in here, but I also don't want it to just dwarf this whole thing. But look at, I mean, it can center right in there if you wanted. You could also measure that so you know that's going to be exactly that center. That's not what I was looking to do. So let's put a little glue here. I don't really know what I'm doing with sentiment or anything else right now, but I'm going to put some dimensional up here so it has a little height here at the top. Yeah, I guess across the whole thing, huh? Let me see. Yeah, just across this top bit, and then just a little glue down here, of course within the parameters of the card base. So that's glued down, but then there's a little, something like that for now. Then we have sentiment, we have, you know, cute things we can add. So let me think about what I want to do as far as that. I'm telling you, that little mocha pie is so cute. I'll be right back. I'm deciding what else to do. Just want to show you, there's more corners for like your little recipe cards. The other one was larger, and that's why I didn't go with this, but we could have gone with these guys, right? Cute. This little area here. I am still, like, I'm not sure how I want to wrap this one up. Wishing you a happy birthday. That's cute. I like you bake my day. I think we'll do that. Just trying to think if I want to add a little bowl or what I want to do with that. So let's just, if I have you bake my day, I don't know if I'm going to have it as a strip going across the whole thing, you know, like this, or just a piece that I'm just going to cut out. But either way, let me stamp this on some white cardstock and I'll be right back. I'm going to stamp this here, and I guess I'll just cut it down. Cute. And again, I just went for it, so whatever happens, happens. Again, I'm going for a little kind of distressy look. And I'm just going to trim this down. I'll take this to my paper trimmer, and maybe I'll make it so it has a dovetail. So I'm just going to trim it, you know, and then cut it down here. I'll be right back. Something like this. I know a lot of times I just cut out, but I do like to show you guys when I do things like this. I always end up coming back don't I? All right, and then just like kind of eyeballing that amount, you know, on this other side. Should we do it this way? And I mean, that's about 1/2 inch, I suppose, because I know when I butt it up right against it, that's 1/2 inch. And we'll see if that looks pretty even. That looks pretty even. Okay, and then to dovetail this, I generally would use a pointier scissor. Let me see, maybe this one. And I'm just going to cut it right here, right down the center, and then just go up towards the corner to the center, and the corner to the center. And then we have a little dovetail. So we have that, and then I think I want to make like a little bowl. So I'll be right back. Now, if you want to make the bowl look like old school, like that milk glass, that'd be really fun. Maybe vellum or colored vellum. You know, like if it was like that little greenish or just obviously white vellum. I think I'm just going to use this piece of cardstock with the blue and the blue in the background. I was going to do a lighter one, but I feel like the color blue kind of didn't go as well. You know, this is probably better. And I am going to cut out a bowl that's not too big. Oh, this one has like a little extra piece there. Let's see. I know there's different sizes of bowls. That one's kind of smallish. I do also want to run the whisk through. The only thing with the whisk is you're probably not going to see a lot of it, but you know, maybe we'll go ahead and put that and have it kind of like this. And I think this has accents for handles. I don't know if the whisk handle has an accent because, like I said, I don't have the things. I feel like maybe no, that's actually for the beater. I'm just going to use that, but leave. If I switch out the handle color for something else, I'll do that. And let's see. I will run this bowl through. I'm not going to use the extra piece. I'm just going to use the bowl itself, okay? So I'm going to run this through, and I'll run this through some silver paper, and I'll be right back. So I ran the same whisk through black and silver, like I said. It didn't look like it has an accent, but I do want a different color handle. I guess I could have done wood color just to be cute, but okay, I have those guys. And this, I said I wasn't going to use this piece, but if it's here, I might as well use it, right? It just gives an extra look to the bowl, right? A little more dimension. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and this already has glue on it. That's why I can just do that very easily. Has the adhesive on the back there. And I think this was here. Okay. And then I was going to, and you can run these guys through if you want it to be like an inlay in your bowls. It depends on which design you're using. You know, you have the little flower. It's super cute. But I'm just going to stamp something. And, you know, you have different designs. Like that one would have worked. You know, I put this thing here. I was just going to grab like maybe this guy. Oh, it's the one from the recipe. How cute is that? So it'll match. It'll be matchy-matchy. And I'm just going to take that, stamp it with a little blue ink or whatever you think you want to do. If you want to do like white, you can definitely use white pigment ink. That'd be really cute because that's kind of how those bowls look. And then maybe top it off with some white embossing powder or just use white embossing powder with a watermark ink, whatever it is you like to do. Put that on there. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. You guys know that those bowls go for like big money. It depends on the style nowadays. So anyway, let's see here. I don't know much about those things, but I do know that that's something people are looking for. Okay. They're like the French, this and that, you know, this is certain styles. So cute. Just gonna put this somewhere, I think maybe there. All right, so the reason I cut these in two is because I'm gonna take the black piece of this and make that like the handle. But it could just be all metal. I mean, I have whisks that are all metal, and like I said, not too much of it's gonna show, but I'm gonna try to make it so that you can see some of it at least. So I just put a black handle on it, maybe a red handle or whatever. If you're giving it to a certain person, you know how their kitchen looks. Maybe you match their kitchen colors. How cute is that? And I am covering up some of this stuff, but that's just how it is. Let's see. I didn't really want to cover up the, maybe we bring it down a little bit more. There you go. That way you can see a little more of that. Cute. Okay. I'm gonna put this down like right in here. And not quite push that down yet. And then this guy is gonna get trapped anyway by the bowl. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, ooh, it just wants to stick already. Something like that. Cute. And then I have this guy. I was still debating of putting maybe a little color behind it, something to make it pop, because it's a lot of white, right? So I might line this. I did use a little black there, so should we just go with black? A lot of times I don't like introducing more colors. I mean, I can do blue. Let's see. Okay. And since I know this is 1/2 inch, I'm going to cut this to 5/8 and see what happens there. So let's do this. If that is 1/2 inch, 5/8 is like right here. Hopefully I'm lining that up nicely. All right, looks good to me. I'm gonna glue this on here and then I'm just gonna cut that last bit off. And again, just eyeballing everything here. Let's put this back down here. And that way it kind of sets that off. And when you're doing this, if you cut it like right close, your dovetails are gonna look funny. So give yourself a little bit of space, a little more room like out here. You see I didn't cut it too close to the dovetail. Because what happens is you're gonna come in here and do this kind of thing, and when you do that, if you cut it too close, you're not gonna have this space to do the angles. Hope that makes sense. Look at that, looks a lot better, right? And I suppose this could be on dimensionals, but since it already has sticky on it, I'm just going to stick that down. And like I said, I didn't really want to cover the recipe too much, but I think people know what that says. And maybe like there. Oh, I should probably line this up. Cute. All right, guys, and there is my card. So I'll have images coming up, and again, the info for Die and Press, their new items, and their discount code there in the description box. And I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.